I returned home on a really cold evening, Thursday evening, and I hadn't been aware that my blood sugar level was so low, but I managed to gain access through my door and disarm the security alarm system. You have to feed in a code number, so obviously my mind was functioning accurate enough to be able to do that. On gaining access to the house though, the first thing I did was to sit down in the front room, and because it was so cold I switched a halogen heater on that was located nearby, and I began to make a couple of phone calls. As I say, I wasn't aware that I had an impending hyperglycemic attack. Anyway, in the next few seconds it must have been, I must have rolled onto the halogen heater and either been holding it so it was still on, or the rug itself might have been causing the safety switch not to be operating. But the effect of that was that the rug started getting burnt, and this is what was causing the thick fumes that fortunately for me triggered the alarm system. Whilst all this was going on, I was conscious to a point, in as much as I was realising that there was a big problem. I was rolling about on the floor, I was sweating profusely, and I hadn't actually realised I was in any great danger, because that side of my brain just wasn't functioning. But I was aware, certainly when the emergency services gained entry into the house, that help was at hand. So I must have sort of subconsciously been recognising that I did need urgent help. And this, like I say, happened very rapidly. Fortunately, the ambulance people were able to get me into the hallway and do 1 or 2 tests, and also start feeding me with the necessary sugar that I needed in order to regain a bit of consciousness. And then, of course, the next stage was to be taken in the ambulance to the admissions ward on the hospital. Well, having the alarm system, it certainly gives you the security of knowing that in a situation where you're unable to react yourself to alert emergency services, that there would be help on hand with a monitoring service that is actually doing this. It seems in the background when you're not aware as to what's going on, but that I think is a very strong feature of the system. I would certainly recommend the AMCO alarm system to people I know. I've perhaps been influenced by the help that was on hand for me when I most needed it, and that was literally a life or death situation.